I don't have a lot to share this time. Money's been a little tight, or rather, I've been keeping a tight grip on my purse strings, as it were, because the IRS takes their sweet time charging you for taxes. It can take up to 3 weeks. And I didn't want to fuck around with that. I wanted to make sure that there was enough in the account when they went to take their pound of flesh. So I haven't begun construction on the new two-story habitats for the aquarium, which those are coming. I'm committed to building those. Instead, I'm going to show you a video from the archives. I don't think I've ever shown this on this channel before. It's an electric boat project. Don't get too excited. We're just talking about a paddle boat with a trolling motor. What makes it special is that although trolling motors are designed to run off of golf cart batteries, like deep cycle marine gel, like lead acid, I am running it off of large format lithium ion batteries that were taken from a dead electric scooter. I don't mean like the scooters you stand on. I mean the sit down scooters that are like motorcycles, but for gay Europeans. I had one of those for many years. It was just the only electric thing I could find that was available, that was legal to drive on the road, that went at useful speeds, and that I could get licensed to operate back in the day. That it was also affordable. So I had one of those many years. I loved it. I loved the hell out of it. But it was an early electric vehicle from China, so it didn't have a BMS. Just didn't have one. They were like, good luck. I hope your cells stay balanced. I wish you the best luck in the world with that. We're not going to actually put anything in there to make sure the cells balance when you charge. That's bougie. That would be extra. So inevitably they did get out of balance, and I didn't have any means of rebalancing them. So some died, and if even one cell dies in an EV, it can't meet the voltage it needs to operate. I tried buying new cells, but then they're different ages, and that you have to find a cell that's exactly the same age or it doesn't work. So I wound up just harvesting those and using them for various projects. And a happy accident, not accident I should say, just a happy coincidence. They're just the right voltage so that about 4 of them, 3 or 4, will give you very close to the right operating voltage for a 12 volt trolling motor. I used a pack of 4. At a nominal voltage of around 3.7 volts each. So it was a little overvolted, it wasn't too bad. And it powered the thing just fine. If I was going to consider developing this further, I don't think I would try to go too ambitious with it, because I don't have that many cells. They're not all in great condition. I don't have the money for a really high power motor unless I build one myself. Those actual dedicated boat motors, the high speed proper electric boat motors, are big money. They're spendy because of low production numbers. Not enough people want those currently. So you basically have to custom fabricate your own, or just not do it. But the little plastic boat you're about to see in the video, little paddle boat, which it's good it has the paddle, because you're going to need that as backup if you run out, could support very easily a solar canopy. I was thinking of using PVC pipes to put solar panels on top, like this, like someone else did in this picture. So that's where I'm going with it, if I'm going anywhere. Ideally, in the long run, if my books take off and I manage to turn writing into a career and make serious money at it, I would like to have a electric high power boat motor, custom fabricated, and convert the boat at the lake to all electric power and charge it from solar panels on the cabin roof. We'll see how that goes, but without further ado,
This is up to 2.
okay, it's going. We're under electric power. Please don't fall off.
Electric power
Yeah,
makes no
he's
noise.
not pedaling.
I know. It's really exciting. And then he just turns the rudder.
Yeah,
That's cool.
the motor itself is the rudder in this case.
Yeah. Okay. That is really, really cool. Well, that's one thing we don't have to trip over on the way home. It'll stay here. The motor. Hey, that's really making decent time, too. I mean, it's not like taking a high-powered motorboat, but it's, for getting around across these cabins, it's perfect. I think he's coming back. I suppose maybe he could take us over tomorrow night. If we don't have a boat by then. Other boat. A real boat. I'm glad I got down here to see this. Somebody else will pay that. Maybe. Maybe I got it. Oh, he's going on the other side of Peanut. Okay. Quiet. I love it.
Yeah. Sneak up on the loons.
Yeah. She might be down there. He's using both rudders.
Really trying to slip. The motor slipped off once or twice.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
okay, so you two need to look at that, don't you? But anyway, it looks like it's a fun boat to ride in.
Oh, it for sure is. Can I have a little help? There we go.
He's looking for some assistance.
Nothing anymore.
Okay.
It really is. That side of it popped off once or twice, and I had to keep it on by the strength of my own arm.
But
That side popped off once or
Oh.
twice. I had to keep it on with the strength of my own arm.
I see.
And
Okay.
I tried
Okay.
to keep it at an angle, so the fact that it was on the right side would be compensated for, but it still really fought with me. I really had to fight
Yeah.
with the throttle, the rudder here. While the rudder works somewhat, it really works much better in conjunction with the turning the motor. So either we have to significantly modify this boat in order to mount the motor more securely to it, or I do think the digging is the right answer, even if you don't. I don't think the digging is the right answer this year, because there's no point to getting it out. We're going to be putting it away in 2 days,
Right.
or a day. But next year, I think we should mount this to the dinghy, because it's actually set up to mount a trolling motor to it.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
But boy, is that fun.
I'll
Boy, is it
bet.
fun to scoot along under electric power.
And it's so quiet.
And it's yeah, there you go. Pardon the cringe, the nuclear levels of cringe. It comes with the territory. I'm going to start making real forward progress on the 2-story habitat. It's not going to take as long as Mega had because I don't have to learn anything new. It's literally just the existing established process for building the small modules, but with 2 of them and using the double thickness ballast pots. It's thickness with 2 C's. If you could contribute more to my Patreon, that would greatly expedite the process. I know that you hate hearing that and I hate saying it. But the fact of the matter is that it has dropped precipitously. I'm kind of a hermit. I don't do enough outreach or promotion, I guess. That's really not my wheelhouse. So it is been on a long downward trend, and that's a problem. I need to either start doing DoorDash or just sell some of my shit in order to make the money I need to build the upgraded modules. I really want to do that for you guys. But the money has to come from somewhere, and I have insurance. Now I've got health insurance. I've had a dental procedure that wasn't fully covered by it, which ate up a lot of my discretionary income this year. My headlights went out. I had to replace those. I've got pet insurance, because I think that a lot of people don't know about that. If you have pets, you should really get pet insurance. That's the thing. People are shocked to learn that exists, and I learned the same way most people do, which is something went wrong with my pet for the first time in my experience with them. Jenny was healthy as a horse until she wasn't, and then I needed to beg money out of followers for her medical procedures, which didn't really wind up prolonging her life that much. So I've met people in the same situation making GoFundMes just like I did, and they were surprised to learn that there was an insurance they could have bought that would have covered that, and now I have it, and I think everyone should. But being insured and having all these things in my life that I should have really had for many years before this project, but I've only been able to afford since then, is expensive, and I need to eat, and the cats need to eat, and the hamsters need to eat. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm trying to do more different projects. I'm doing a children's book with an author friend of mine. That's taking longer than expected. I'm going to be making more money from the book shortly. I'm not sure how much that's going to be. I'm spinning a lot of different plates right now, but it's not yielding fruit as quickly as I would like, and something has got to change if we're going to move forward with the larger aquarium habitats, because the way things are looking right now, I don't know if I can build those any faster than like a year, or at least not a year, 4 to 6 months maybe. But every penny that you feel like contributing helps. The link is in the description. Please consider subbing to my Patreon. I feel deeply unclean having said that, but for fuck's sake, at least I don't shill raid Shadow Legends yet.